Good morning. It is currently November 24th, Black Friday. I hope you guys all had an amazing Thanksgiving, even though I don't know when this video is going to go up. But I am currently 11 days past transfer. I know some clinics like do 10 days past transfer blood work. Mine specifically does 14 days past transfer. So last time, I'm a little nervous because I'm going to test today. I don't have a first response, which I wish I did, but I don't, but it's okay. Last time I tested at 9 days past transfer and it was a negative, like straight up. And so right there and then I knew it didn't work. My husband's so sweet. My husband stayed optimistic up until like beta day, and I was like, I know it didn't work. And I already had a feeling that it didn't work. This time, I have been feeling some things and I'm trying not to think too much on it because I don't want to. I'm honestly nervous to test today, but I'm home alone. Hubby's not here. I'm just here chilling at the house. I'm currently working, but I'm taking a break to do this because I am anxious to find out. I want to know on my own terms. I know that on Monday, which is my beta test, after I get my blood work done, I go into the office and I know I'm probably gonna get a call earlier around noontime, so I'll probably still be in the office. And if it's bad news, I wanna just mentally be prepared. And if it's good news, I also wanna be prepared because the last time I knew already, I got the call and then it was just like a confirmation that it didn't work. And I bawled my eyes out for like the longest time ever. Not that if it doesn't work this time, I'm not gonna cry either, but I'm gonna be in a place where I can't fully like, you know, it's work and I don't want people up in my business. And if I have to leave work, I will. But regardless of the case, I'm hoping and I'm praying for positive things. I'm currently in my PJs because it's just that kind of day today. But y'all, I'm so nervous, but I'm ready to test. And I have a digital and I have a like a line one, which y'all, if you have been in this journey for a long time, you know that you can't trust any freaking pregnancy test. You just can't. I have line eyes. I've been doing this for 4 years now, taking pregnancy test after pregnancy test, and it's just one of those things that I always get scared because I always see negatives, and I've seen one positive, and I think it was like a false positive, and this was right after Dino had his vasectomy reversal. So I didn't know if that was an actual positive, if it was a false positive, if it was just a falsy test. And so yeah, so here's the test. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. And I have my pee down here. I'm not gonna show you that. I'm gonna spare you that. I don't even know, like, y'all, I don't even know how long I have to dip it in for. Let me get the instructions. It's so funny that I've done these like 1,000 times, and 1,000 times I still don't know, like, the instructions. Okay, I'm like so nervous. I'm gonna put them back in the wrapper just because I don't want to see them, but I just want to know. I just want to know. I have a lot of hormones pumping through my body as we currently speak. As you can see, this one is, I'm shaking. Okay, so I'm gonna do the line one first. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure that that runs through. It's currently going, so I'm gonna put that right there. And then we'll do the digital one. Right? She is ticking away. And then 3 minutes on the timer. 3 minutes. So while that's going, I have my timer. They're both covered up. I'm not looking at them. I don't think I've had any other symptoms. I still have congestion going on. I still have a cough. I'm still constantly blowing my nose even though nothing's coming out. As gross as that sounds. I'm like sweating right now. It's like unreal. So when you're in the IVF journey, if you ever have to come through this path, and if you're watching this video, you're probably already in the IVF, but y'all, like this progesterone and estrogen causes a lot of things. So it's hard to distinguish what's pregnancy and what's not. And I was going back through my notebook to see what I wrote down my first transfer, and I got rid of everything. I think I was just in like a really bad place mentally that I think I threw it away and I didn't want nothing to do with it. So I don't know what my symptoms were last time. I know I had a lot of symptoms last time, but nothing like this time around at all. Like even commercials make me cry. I was watching a commercial yesterday and I just started tearing up. I'm like, why would they do that? Okay, all right, 22 more seconds. I'm so nervous to look. I'm nervous to be disappointed more than anything if it didn't work. I know I still have embryos left, but I just want this to work. I'm praying so much for this to work because I'm just ready. We're ready to be parents together. We're ready to be parents. We're ready to be a family, and it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey of, it's just been a long journey. And then with Dino's cancer last year, and I just feel like life is too short and we're just ready. We're ready for our little bundle, our little miracle, and we just hope that this is our season that God has prepared for us. So, I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm gonna show the camera first. I'm not looking. I don't know if I'm focusing or not, but 1, 2, 3. It worked. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm scared. Oh my God. It's positive. Y'all, I've been sick as a dog. I've been sick as a dog. Can you believe that? Holy crap. Okay, I'm looking at the digital one. Ah! I've never seen those words. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Oh my God, my heart. Holy crap. Oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Holy crap. Y'all, I'm a mom. Oh my God, it worked. I'm in shock. I gotta blow my nose. Oh my God. Guys, mommy's having a baby in the belly. Oh my God. I'm pregnant. Y'all, like, I'm seriously pregnant. I can't get over this. Oh my God, I'm pregnant. Oh my God. God, you're so good. God is so good, y'all. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. So as you can see, I ended up taking a pregnancy test after I told myself I wasn't. And the main reason I took that pregnancy test was because I needed to mentally prepare myself for any kind of results that the clinic was gonna give me. Mind you, the last time we did our embryo transfer that failed, I knew it was negative. It was still hard to hear the news like verbally over the phone. So I told my husband I need to be mentally prepared for good or bad. And yeah, so I ended up testing the day after Thanksgiving, which was November 24th. And my beta was not until the 27th. So I still had a couple days. I did take a first responder that Sunday, just to be good, you know, like I did like that 48 window, and the line was like it came up so fast, and it came up dark. I didn't record that part, but it came up fast, dark. As you can tell, I'm out of breath, so excuse me throughout this video. I wasn't sure if to post this video of me finding out on my own if I was pregnant. I was honestly shocked more than anything that it worked. I was shocked that I was pregnant. To be honest, when you're in this journey and you're seeing so many negatives after negatives after negatives, you're just expecting the next negative. And that's what I honestly was expecting. I was expecting it to be negative. I did not think I was pregnant. If you watch my previous videos, I had a really bad UTI prior to transfer. And then after transfer, I still had the UTI. I was on antibiotics, which had me a little nervous because my mom was like, why are you on antibiotics? They were safe to take during pregnancy, of course, if a pregnancy occurred. So that was a good thing. But I had a really bad cold, like really bad cold. I thought it was more than just a cold. I mean, I was bedbound for like 2 days, I think. Didn't have fevers or anything, but I was just sick to the point that I could not physically get up. And so I was like, this didn't work. It didn't work. I don't have the symptoms that I had last time. And I was thinking my last transfer failed. I had a lot of symptoms. And this time around, I had no symptoms whatsoever. So I was like a little bit worried, a little bit stressed. I felt certain things here and there, but it wasn't like significant to say like I'm pregnant, because the progesterone injections do so much already that I thought it was just progesterone. I wish I would have recorded my husband. Oh, that's the one thing, like I wanted it to be intimate between both of us, but as soon as I realized his reaction, I was like, oh, I should have had the camera on. It was so priceless. I'll show you a picture. This is the picture that I actually put on the bed. I put the picture of the embryo and the 2 tests that I took, and I put hello daddy. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but I've had this onesie for almost 5 years, and since we started trying basically, and so I finally got to use it. He came home and went right to the room, and he looked at the bed and was like, what's going on? Wait, what just happened? What? I'm like, look at it. And he's like, what does this mean? And he like flipped out, and he just started crying like a baby. Please don't tell him I said that. But he did. He just fell into my arms, and we just embraced each other and cried together, because it's been a long journey to get here. Trying to get emotional. And I can just tell his like relief that we finally did it. We finally got here. And after all the tears, all the pain, all the meds, everything that we have done up until now, it was like, oh, we did it, you know? And we are just so grateful and blessed beyond words. Like, we can't thank God enough for this little miracle. Again, it's been a journey. It's been something that we have worked all of 2023 for. And to finally have a test that says we've never seen a positive pregnancy test at all in this whole entire journey. So it was just a sweet moment, which I wish I would have gotten on camera. And he's like, why didn't you have a camera ready? That was like a priceless reaction from me. And I'm like, I never expected him to react that way. He's like that tough guy, you know, that doesn't cry or anything, but this definitely like put a soft spot in his heart, and he was just beyond thrilled. So heading into beta day, I was just praying to God that my beta was at least above 100. I was like, I don't care where it's at, as long as it's above 100, we are good, you know. So mind you, I went in for beta at 14 days past transfer. A lot of clinics do 10 days past transfer. My clinic does 14 days. So at 14 days, y'all not gonna believe this, my beta was at 2380, 2,380. I was like, what? I wanted it to be at least in the 200s. no, God showed out. This baby was like, I am a fighter, mommy. I am sticking around. I'm here to stay. I was beyond shocked that it was at 2,300. I was like, what? The clinic told me that I cheated because I ended up taking the pregnancy test. Saturday after the pregnancy test, I ended up breaking out into hives, like major hives, which I'll probably talk about in my first trimester video. I'll go a little bit more into detail about that. So I tested, of course. And so my nurse was like, I knew you were pregnant when you said that you had hives. I'm like, really? She's like, yes, it's a weird reaction. Some of the ladies that go through IVF have it, some don't. But she's like, it's a reaction I've seen before. So it was weird. My second beta, which was done 2 days after, so 48 hours later, they want to see the numbers double, of course. So I'm like, my numbers need to double 2,000, like 2,300, they need to double that. My numbers were at 4,748. I was shocked. My husband and I were like, oh, this baby's stuck. Like, it's stuck. I think it's stuck. So we were just super excited. We honestly couldn't believe it. It was such a surreal moment. I think it didn't really hit me until like I started getting my morning sicknesses, and even after like my morning sicknesses, it still wasn't hitting me. But yeah, we went from 2,300 to 4,700, which was perfect, which is where they wanted to see my numbers. And then after that, so after my second beta, I want to say I was like 5 weeks and something. At 6 weeks and 4 days, we had our first ultrasound. So we had to wait like about a week and a half before our first ultrasound, which I was nervous. I actually started spotting a little bit in that time frame. Nothing that caused me like anxiety. I felt calm, completely calm. I did call my nurse and she's like, that's perfectly normal, especially around this time. Now if it gets bright red or anything like that, then call us back and we'll bring you in. So it's at 6 weeks, 5 days, they brought us in for an ultrasound and to see if there was a heartbeat. Y'all, I think I was so nervous. I was nauseous. I was going to the bathroom constantly because your girl was nervous. I was truly nervous and just praying that baby was tucked in, safe and sound, doing what it needed to do. Y'all, we had a little bean and there you can't even see it. It's like so tiny. That's baby right there. Heartbeat was 113, which I thought was kind of low. I don't know, I act like I'm a doctor, but I'm like 113, but they said it was fine. And you can see it here a little bit more, a little baby. So they're measuring the heartbeat right there. So the baby was measuring right on track at 6 weeks and 5 days. So that made me so happy. I was so happy to see a little bean. It was like a little bean. You can't even tell what it was. It's just such a relief. It felt amazing. It felt good. And yeah, so currently I am 16 weeks pregnant. It took me this long to finally get all my videos up. Y'all, I have been so sick. So that's why it's been taking me a long time to just sit and get these videos up, because every time I wanted to do something, I just didn't have the energy. If you have been through your first trimester, you know how it feels. If you have not, please watch my next video, which will be my first trimester video that I'll be going over. And yeah, so I'm pregnant and I can't believe it. I am so thankful to God, because without God, first of all, I know I would not be here. Yes, thank you to the doctors who came along this journey with us, to the nurses, right, to like the embryologist, but God put him in our path for a reason. And at the end of the day, I always say this because a lot of people do question this journey of IVF treatment. They question like, you know, like faith wise, and I'm not going to go into details in that here, but I was like, at the end of the day, God is the one who gives life. God is the one who takes life. And if God wants this little embryo to have a heartbeat, and God wants to breathe life into this embryo, he will. And if he doesn't, it's not his will for this embryo to go forward. And I've always looked at it that way. As hard as my first embryo transfer like hit me when it failed, I knew at the end of the day, God is the one who gives life. And going into the second embryo transfer, I had the same mentality. God is the one who gives life. It is God's will. If it's God's will for this baby to stick around, they will stick around. And if it's not, it's okay. I will be okay. I will overcome it. And just God has already written our story, and that's just a mentality I kind of had to have. You know, a lot, like I mentioned in previous videos, a lot of people lose faith in this journey, and I for a split second thought I was losing my faith when I first did my first round of egg retrieval, and I was like, I can't lose faith. I literally told my spirit, like, my spirit and my flesh were having a conflict. Like, you cannot lose faith in this process. Just how Jesus, God is the one who is going to sustain you through this. God is the one who's going to bring you through this, and he's going to glorify himself at the end of this. And to God be all the glory in this whole entire process, because God knows we have been through it after my husband's cancer, after, you know, many fails of attempts of IVF, and here we are. We never gave up. We never gave up hope, and we just kept fighting. We kept fighting, and this round, I know I mentioned it in my previous videos, I was like, God, it is in your hands, and whatever happens, happens. If it's not meant to be, it will hurt, but I will continue to praise you through it. And I know that you have the perfect plan for our lives. So it was a hard pill to swallow and say that going into this third IVF round and going into the second embryo transfer. Although we have embryos still frozen, it's just, you know, it's just a process, right? And when you have a first embryo fail, you're literally telling yourself, I can't do this again. I can't go through this pain again. I can't go through this loss again. And going into the second embryo, I was feeling the same way. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. If I lose this one, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it if it doesn't work. I know I'm gonna be hurting. I know I will overcome it, but will I be able to do another one? Because it does hurt. It does hurt. But anyways, yeah, so I hope that you have liked this journey so far, and I hope that you have joined me along in this process. It's been a long one, and yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It helps reach out other women who are currently going through IVF or any fertility treatments or any embryo transfers, and they're just looking for a little bit of hope, a little bit of a miracle. And I hope that I can bring that to you ladies as well, because there is hope at the end of this. And when medicine says no, God still has the last word. Always remember that. You know, I went through a process there where my doctor was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this is a possibility for you guys. And I was like, medicine will say no, but my God has the last word. And God sure did have the last word. So again, I'm going through it. So I will be doing another video of my first trimester recap, because I'm already in my second trimester. Mind blowing. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated. I hope to have that video up hopefully next week. So I will be trying to have weekly videos going on from now on, because I am feeling better. And yeah, come along in this journey. I will be posting other videos besides TTC. I know that a lot of you have, you know, enjoyed these videos, but there's so much more. There's so much more that I like to share and that I would like to share. So it's not all baby content, all TTC content. But if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them down below, especially if you're going through your first IVF cycle and you have questions of what, this, that, what do you advise? I can kind of walk you through it. I've been through this 3 times. I've learned something each time. And so I want to help other women who are currently going through this process and be there for them and pray for them, because it's not easy. So yeah, so I hope that you guys have a great evening, morning, day, whenever you're watching this, and stay safe out there. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.